How are you?
How are you? I'm great.
여러분 안녕하세요, 비엔입니다. 보통 이런 인터뷰는 제가 존경하는 천재 이승국님이 자주 하시는데 이번에는 감사하게도 저에게 배우님들과 1대1 인터뷰를 할 수 있는 기회가 주어졌습니다. 아마 승국님은 같은 날 아바타 물의 길에 다른 행사를 진행하셔야 해서 저에게 제안이 온 것으로 보이는데 어쨌든 할리우드 대배우 시고니 위버님과 조셀다나님을 만나 뵙고 인터뷰할 수 있게 되었고 과연 제가 인생 최초 할리우드 배우님들 영접과 인터뷰를 개판쳤을지 잘했을지 지금부터 알아보겠습니다.
Hi.
I hope you're having a great time in Korea.
I am having so much fun. I can't even tell you. This has always been a city that happy to be here. I grew up in New York and I also live in Los Angeles, two cities that have a very big Korean community. And so I grew up always around it, enjoying the food, learning about the culture as best as I can. So I'm excited to be here.
Hello, Sigourney.
Hey, how are you?
I'm
Nice to meet
very
you.
good. I hope you're having a great time in Korea.
Oh, it's so wonderful to be here. I came here once before, but to come like this with a film you love so much, to share it with everybody is a dream come true.
Because we're running out of time, so
Yes.
let's just dive into the questions.
Please do.
Okay. So the first question is, just like the title of movie, Avatar: The Way of Water, I heard that you guys had a lot of scenes underwater. Motion capture, which was used vastly in the last film, but this time you had motion capture underwater.
Yes.
And I heard that you guys had this training with pro divers. How was it like to act underwater?
Well, it was exciting and also challenging. Luckily, we had an amazing teacher.
Oh yeah, yeah, professional, world-renowned free divers like
Yeah.
Kurt Crack, who trains our Navy SEALs, and he trained a lot of the actors for Top Gun Maverick, as well, like Tom Cruise and everybody.
Amazing.
We weren't just performing 5 feet underwater; we were 30 feet underwater. So you are feeling. You're feeling the pressure in your lungs because the deeper you go, the higher the pressure is. And but once we did all of our breathing training and we calibrated, it was actually the most relaxing sensation to be down there.
I don't want to brag, but my record was 6.5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
But I wasn't moving. I was
Okay.
doing what they call a static breath hold. I was as surprised as he was, so.
I was able to hold my breath, like close to five and a quarter. Yeah,
Amazing.
I felt really proud of myself.
You should be.
Thank you.
Kate Winslet did 7, I
7.
think.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are like mermaids.
Oh, well, we worked hard to become mermaids.
Okay. The next question is, so fans say you're taking the lead on one of the hottest franchises in the world, like Avatar and Marvel Cinematic Universe's
Yeah.
Gamora. Was such career a burden for you or a motivation for you to try something more diverse?
Oh my God, motivation. It's funny because I've done a couple of interviews for the Avatar press, and a lot of the quotes that I've said during these interviews have been taken out of context, and it worries me. It worries me that fans around the world believe that I've felt only burdened by these franchises. I feel like the luckiest girl in Hollywood, that I was able to be picked by directors like James Cameron and James Gunn, who they believed that I possessed all the traits to bring their characters to life. And I feel blessed, I feel lucky. As the years kept rolling by and I was curious about playing other roles, yes, time became the essence that was hard to sort of navigate, because when you're committed to all these films, then any other things that you would want to do have to take a second seat. And that can sometimes create a little bit of frustration, but I never felt ungrateful. I never felt that I was being held back only by being a part of these amazing films that the world loves so much, and they just kept asking us to make more. Why would I ever be burdened by that?
The next question is, based on the interview you did previously, your character name is Kiri, and she's a teenager. And even though you're doing the motion capture, I don't think it's uneasy to act as a teenager. How did you prepare for the part?
Well, luckily, I had time because we kept being pushed. So for one thing, I think I spent time visiting high schools and, taking note of the huge range of behavior and the huge range of voices, the pitch of the voices. Some kids sound very young and others like adults. And so in a way, all this freed me to let Kiri out. I remember being 14 very vividly. I was this tall when I was 11. So all of that sort of insecurity and feeling self-conscious, it all seemed to come out in her.
The next question is, in the last film, Neytiri was one of the toughest warrior.
Yeah.
But based on the trailer in Avatar: Way of Water, she still is. But one big different thing is that she's now a mother of 4 children.
5.
5. How does the fact change anything about Neytiri?
What changed in her, I feel like, is the same thing that changed in me. When I played the role of Neytiri for the first time back in 2006, 2007, I wasn't a mother, and neither was Neytiri. So there was a level of fearlessness that I brought into this character because it was what I read on the page. There wasn't a challenge that I wouldn't accept without thinking about the consequences. There was no fear. Whereas years later, I become a mother, so has Neytiri. The thought of any of your children getting hurt or you making the wrong decision that causes harm to your child, that can keep you up at night. And I feel that Neytiri was experiencing that level of fear as well.
The next question is, James Cameron is known to be one of the greatest artists in movie industries, and you've known him like 40 years. Is there any difference that you feel about him as a director or as a person compared to the same guy 40 years ago?
There's a huge difference. The talent, of course, is huge, but I think he's much more playful now. I think he felt he had a lot to prove on the second Aliens because Ridley Scott had done such an amazing job. So it wasn't until we were touring with the film afterward that we were sitting at dinner and I was listening to Jim and I went, "You're funny." Where was that all through our very difficult filmmaking? And he's now, because he has his own family that he's very devoted to with children who were sort of our ages in the story, you know, it was so playful, it was so affectionate. The family he builds, there's so many different moments that feel so personal because I think it is a kind of love letter, not only to family around the world, but also to his family.
How is it like to work with a director with such reputation?
It's great. It's when you go into it, knowing the reputation that he has, the pedigree that he possesses, it can be quite, you know, you can be quite shy, you know? He's approachable. He's a wonderful leader. He's very collaborative. He knows exactly what he wants, but he listens to you and he sees what you're contributing to the project. It's a wonderful experience to work with someone like him.
So the last one is actually, it's not a question, but it's a fact. Avatar, the previous film, was first non-Korean film to pass 10,000 audiences.
10,000 audience. 네, 저는 여기서 아바타 1편 한국 관객이 1만 명밖에 안 됐다고 한 겁니다.
In Korea. Oh, I'm sorry. 10 million audiences in Korea.
Wow.
Yeah, and it is still one of few. And that tells that Koreans love the film. So
Yeah.
please say a kind word to the awaiting fans looking at the camera.
Ciao, everyone here in South Korea. I'm so excited to be here and to be able to share Avatar: Way of Water. I know how special the first Avatar movie was back 13 years ago. So I know it's been a long wait, but it will be worth it. Thank you so much. And please enjoy Avatar: Way of Water.
Hi, I'm Sigourney Weaver. I'm here with the cast of Avatar, and we are so excited to share this film with you. We worked on it a long time. We put everything into it, the swimming and all these different wonderful parts of the story, and we send this from our family and our families to your family. Hope you go all together, and hope you love it as much as we do.
네, 여기까지가 배우님들에 대한 제 인터뷰였습니다. 부족함 투성이었지만 할리우드 배우님들 만난 것은 정말 설렘 가득한 좋은 경험이었고
I hope you have a great time in Korea.
Well, I thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
시고니 이버님은 가만히 계셔도 카리스마가, 조셀다나 배우님은 정말 온몸에서 친절함과 긍정 바이브가 뿜뿜하는 분이라 덩달아 편하게 인터뷰할 수 있었습니다.
It's such an honor to see you in person.
Thank you likewise.
참고로 이 인터뷰는 제가 영화를 본 후에 진행하게 된 것인데 아바타 물의 길은 정말 13년이라는 기다림이 아쉽지 않을 정도로 좋았습니다. 가장 큰 약점이자 가장 큰 강점이 가족이라는 제이크의 대사는 영화 전체를 아우르는 메시지이자 전세계 가족들에게 던지는 감독님의 언어가 느껴져서 좋았고, 또 2009년 당시에도 깜짝 놀랐던 아바타 속 컴퓨터 그래픽은 이젠 실사와 그래픽의 차이를 느끼기 힘든 수준이 되어 아바타 물의 길은 시청보다는 진정한 의미에서 경험에 가깝다는 생각이 들 정도였습니다. 이미 극장 예매율 대부분을 잡아먹을 정도로 압도적인 아바타 물의 길은 12월 14일부터 극장에서 관람하실 수 있고 무조건 만족하실 만한 영화이기에 가족 단위로 연인, 친구끼리 누구와 보더라도 감동과 재미를 느낄 것이기에 강력하게 추천드립니다. 오늘의 영상은 여기까지였습니다. 재밌게 보셨다면 추천과 댓글 그리고 구독도 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다. 지금까지 삐맨이었습니다.
Let's get it done.